sound I got going here, and then I want to get warming up and practicing a little bit with my drum machine, so that I can maybe get some recording going today. And if we're lucky, it's going to be a session with lots of shred and stuff like that. I like to do that sometimes, and stray from a lot of the rhythm-oriented things I've been doing recently, which I've been sharing with you guys through my shorts as well. But if we rewind time just like 5 years, I was doing lead stuff all the time. So that's what I'm doing today. There's something harsh in this tone that I'm gonna try to dial away. I'm not sure I'm gonna make it, we'll see. I'm using a Fender Blues Junior, by the way. There you can see it. So this is only like a pedal platform. It doesn't have any super high gain in it. So the high gain comes from this Friedman pedal. That's actually better. So this is better. I did some tweaking now with the amp, and I basically, what I did was I disengaged the fat switch, and it seems that the fat switch not only adds fatness, it does add quite a bit of brightness as well, which made it a little bit harsh. So this should be okay now. Hopefully we can get to practicing. CLZ, what's up, my man? Azedini, hey, play something from Asking Alexandria. Sorry, you don't know any. I think this is going to be our practice sound, and then I can always gradually tweak it a bit more as I practice. So now I'm going to try to see if I can find my drum machine here. Or at least find the power connection to it. The drummer machine, I can clearly see it. This is what I'm going to be using. You know what? I think I'm going to have to move the camera a little bit here so I can sit a bit more comfortably at the desk here. There we go. My studio is so messy and you get to see it all. I can't believe it. I'm showing you this stuff. Nirvana, Metallica. Whew! This is not a Metallica sound, but Nirvana. A normal streamer. Thank you, man. Hassan. KristoferDahl, that's me. How you doing, man? Okay, so now I just want to find an inspirational kind of practice beat here. Let's do something. I'm not sure how inspirational it's going to be for you, though. But I like to have a bit of a shuffle in it, so we're not practicing straight. Azedinini, man, I'm the best. Thank you so much. Avicii, sorry, I don't know any. Okay, this is a bit weird to take this kind of shuffle beat and practice with high gain, but I don't mind. fact, I love having a practice beat that has a bit more groove to it than your average metronome click. I didn't get my hat when I was selling newspapers. That would have been a very nice addition to the salary. Lots of people here. Good to see that. National anthem. Sorry, I don't know it. So the first thing I'm going to do is just at a slow tempo, kind of wander around the fretboard. And that's before I start targeting specific areas of weakness or specific techniques. So I'm still just trying to get some more warmth into my fingers, and generally I like to use like the first 10 or 15 minutes when I'm warming up just to play anything, because I find that you have a lot of inspiration the first minutes when you sit down to your guitar. So I will never ever attempt these days to play like a boring exercise the first thing I do. That's a waste of creative energy. I think even if you're just walking up and down the scale like this, it's a little bit boring to listen to, but you can come up with creative ways of basically walking around the fretboard. Sorry, don't know SpongeBob. Lydian dominant, I like it. Here's some melodic minor for you. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to get rid of the long nail on my tapping finger. I had a student a long time ago. He was the oldest student I'd ever had. He was like 80 years old, and he got lost on like trying to find my place. He got lost at a pizza place, and they called me like, "Yeah, this is the local pizza. We have a man looking for you," or the local pizza place. Anyhow, he finally got to my place, and I tried to show him how to play some stuff, and his nails were too long. So I was like, "You're gonna have to cut your nails," and he was really embarrassed by that. I don't know, is that a thing? I'm not embarrassed by cutting my nails at all, but would you consider that being like something you don't do in public? I don't know. Just because I didn't know if we had any 8-year-old pizza dudes here, I didn't cut it so you could see it. But anyhow, my nail is shorter now, so let's keep on going. Too fast for warming up. I think I'm not used to doing this in a live stream setting, so I have to make an extra effort to not play too fast, because it's useless to start and play too fast. Concrete Rooms, what's up, my man? It's fluent, thank you. Virtual Reality likes it, thank you so much. Let's do those arpeggios a little bit slower now. Stop asking for Offspring. I'm trying to warm up here. No, seriously, I'm very happy you guys are asking me, but I'm trying to warm up. I'm originally from Denmark, so I'm Swedish, half Greek, but I don't speak any Greek because I lived in Sweden for most part of my life. This is great practice. I wish I were better at this. This would be very cool to have fluently under my fingers. So, the more time I spend practicing at this tempo, the better the chances are that all of a sudden I'm just going to sneak one of those into my licks. And then there's a big chance you guys will actually get to learn it as well, because I tend to make shorts out of my licks. There's a little bit of noise going on, and that happens because there are some unwanted strings ringing. So that's also one of the things I'm practicing right now. I could use a string dampener, and I do that sometimes for recording, but it's totally worthless to use that when practicing. When practicing, you should really take notice of what you need to fix. Yeah, we speak Swedish here in Sweden, so English is not by any means my mother tongue, it's Swedish. That's a nice stretch right there. Okay, so should we maybe we should change the tempo a little bit and focus a bit more on the picking. Have a good one, Guitar Page. See ya. Mr. Mouseface, you're a genius. I like it. Lucifer, I did play Enter Sandman. I'm trying to warm up here. I'm not playing Offspring, or maybe I am. There's some Offspring for you. Now smash the guitar for finish. I like it. Good requests. So now let's do something a bit more picking oriented. I messed up. It's a little bit too fast, I think. This is a little bit too fast to be good practice. At this tempo, you could just like do a monotonous one position exercise, but I don't really like that. I like moving around, and you can't. It's very dangerous to do that and also have some mess going on or some noise. So yeah, I'm gonna have to slow down a little bit or play easier patterns here. Let's see what happens. Also practicing a little bit of vibrato now. I messed up. Hello from Mars, I like it. So these are like some pedal note licks, Ingrid Malmsteen neoclassical style. Also a bit too fast to improvise with that, but we'll see. Ooh, Doombook, welcome to Chris Guitar Universe. You're the best, man. Thanks for tuning in. I got out of it barely. You're too kind, man. Thank you, Doombook. Thanks a million, man. Oh, so you're giving people memberships. That's amazing. change my name again. I'm Ibrahim. What's up, Doombook? I'm very happy you're sponsoring me and helping people become my members, because during in my membership section, you will find all these techniques explained, and I actually upload there on a daily basis. So even though I just started like a month back or something, there's already a lot of content. And I do plan to keep uploading a lot of good stuff there. So thanks again, man, for supporting me. It means the world. Oh, I messed up. So yes, of course, you are welcome regardless of your sexual orientation. I messed up. So if I keep on going, we will get to the... I just need to warm up a little bit more, and then we can basically start building phrases with that stuff. You're too kind, Doombook. Too kind. Thanks so much, man. We need to warm up a little bit more before we can really do that with control and start creating stuff with that. But I'm getting there. Same thing there. As soon as we get a bit more warm up going, we will be able to start building phrases with that kind of stuff. And that kind of tapping is a great way to get around those wide stretches. I like Dream Theater, especially the Awake album and Images and Words. I listened to Awake just like a few days ago. I had a bit of a nostalgia trip there. A lot of good stuff there. It's pretty cool. Okay, we're not there yet. We need to warm up a bit more before we can really shred away with that stuff. Let's do some pigato, where I'm picking and then doing a lot of legato. Ow. So here, you might be hearing that I'm picking. Pick, pick, pull off, pick, pick, pull off, pick, pick, pull off. And this is kind of a recurring theme in a lot of my 3-note per string neoclassical inspired runs. You're going to see that, pick, pick, and hammer on. So it's a very different technique as opposed to the where you pick every note, right? I need to warm up more, but 2 different things. I'm practicing both here. We should find a different practice beat now. Let's do. So here's can show you my options here. This is what I'm working on, working with right now. It's just a basic Korg drum machine, and the sounds suck a little bit, but it's way better than your click click metronome, and it's very easy to get started with this. I don't even have to turn on the computer, and I like practicing without the computer because most of us, I think, we have enough screen time anyway, so it's pretty cool if the practicing time we can find some other ways than using the screen. So, but I have, let's see if you can even see that. You probably can't. 8-beat, 16-beat, rock, metal, pop, R&B. Let's do 16-beat, and you can request if you'd like me to try something else here, but 16-beat is pretty nice, I think, for picking, because it kind of helps you with those 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. You can do, that kind of thing. Okay, ISAN, yeah, we need to kick ISAN. Put user on timeout. 24 hours, there we go. This is pretty nice. 16th notes now. You can hear the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can hear. Those are the 16th notes played on the hi-hat, and that can kind of help you just stick to the groove. And I find that it's a bit inspirational if you want to practice those. Basically, what this is going to lead to are those, the Yngwie Malmsteen inspired, like. So where you play super fast on one string, and he does 16th notes. I like to do sometimes quintuplets or fake quintuplets. Actually, 16th note triplets. 16th note triplets. B string is flat, 2 cents. Impressive. Let's check. It's a little bit sharp up here. Yes. Maybe we can try this. So what you're watching me do now are these kind of slow versions of those super fast Yngwie techniques or whatever. So we can try that some more. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so let's do some more. 16th note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, needs more practice before we get there. Need to warm up a bit more. Thank you, Striza. I messed up. But this is a cool thing you can practice. So basically, I'm kind of improvising around with alternate picking, and I'm choosing somewhat randomly to stay on some notes. It's a very good exercise for control and also for actually building melodies at faster tempos, because this can sound awesome if you do. So I'm working on that, but slowly. So one thing, I'm not sure you noticed it, but my thumb isn't touching the fretboard. So I'm holding the thumb here. It's harder to play with this technique, and I don't use it, when playing for real. It's just a practice thing when I practice slowly. But I found that it gives me a much more relaxed grip, and forces me to use better muscles, bigger muscles, rather than this kind of clampy muscle thing or whatever it is. I'm sure if there's some doctor here could give it a better word, but whenever you can avoid, using that and instead use more of the arm, that's a good thing if you can perform as well with it, because basically you can be more relaxed if you're using a more powerful muscle. If you're using a thin, tiny, weeny, peeny, weeny muscle, then you're gonna have to really cramp up to get some strength going. Oh yeah, Avenged. Brutal bump. That was me. Thank you so much, man, for reminding me. another tip. Never ever do anything else when you're practicing, because you mess up immediately. You have to be totally focused. So I tried to answer a comment, and there I went. Yeah, I'm not a basketball player. I'd love to teach you personally, man. Anxiety music, I'm not saying I'm never touching the neck. It's more of a feeling when you're practicing to get away from cramping up with the neck. There's no rule that says, oh, if you do this, you can't touch the neck. But I think a lot of people wouldn't notice that I'm even thinking about that, and even less that I'm actually doing it. And of course, you know, when I'm playing now for you guys, I'm semi-practicing, and then I throw in something that I wouldn't normally do when practicing, just to keep it a little bit exciting, and then I might definitely put in the thumb. But for this kind of thing, if you can avoid using the thumb, again, it's a pretty cool exercise for relaxing the left hand. Tone dies. Thank you, Nini. So again, I'm trying to keep it at a tempo where I can still manage kind of move things around and be a little bit spontaneous. Again, if I were to, I don't know, maybe record some performance or, I don't know, play live or something, then I would, of course, do what I'm doing now without any audience and try to be completely warmed up and just give my everything. But that's not really the purpose of what I'm doing now. I'm sort of practicing technique. I'm sort of exploring new paths and sort of improvising. It's all into a melting pot, but it's not like improvisation where you try to sound amazing. It's more improvisation where you try to come up with variations of patterns you already know. Sweetheart of mine. I did that as an exercise in a video here, but so yeah, I don't know it. Oh no! Anxiety music is angry at me. Are you feeling rage? Do you need help dealing with aggression? I'm here to help you. Just kidding. I like to take a little bit of break in my practicing. You should every 5 or 10 minutes, and you can deal with your local troll, or you can just, take up and or get up and go for a 10-second walk around the room. So yes, a little bit of a pause is always good. And anxiety, keep it up. We maybe you didn't know that, but we like trolls here. It's always fun when someone is getting really excited at something I'm saying. Because, it's music, having these live streams is just like playing music. You want it to somehow affect people. And a bad reaction is usually better than no reaction. What's the first guitar tabs book you first started shredding with? I didn't have any books, but I was really inspired by the early REH videos. So, the Yngwie, Greg Howe, lots of good stuff there. And back in the days, of course, we didn't have any internet, so just being able to, those REH videos were worth their weight in gold, basically. And they were expensive, but yeah. So that's where I got a lot of the fast licks from. And of course, I tried to transcribe some solos and stuff like that. That's a little bit Greg Howe inspired, but I think I got to warm up a bit more. Good to learn to play with your left hand only, because then you can scroll comments here. But the bad thing, of course, is your right hand isn't there for muting, and that is critical. As I'm practicing this, the right hand is also following the left hand so that I can be in control of the strings I don't want ringing. So I will do muting with the lower part of my finger here, and I will do it with the palm to cover the thicker strings on the other side of the fretting tip of the finger. And I also mute a little bit with these fingers. If you look at my right hand now, I often hold 1 or even 2 fingers here to make some muting. we're getting a little bit of technique now. It comes with a bit of time, a bit of practice. And timing completely messed up there, but that's going back and forth basically. Oh, anxiety, have a good one. It was a great talk, and hopefully you learned something from the session. I could see from your comments that you're a bit confused about the left hand technique, but you can also find more tips on my channel. Have a good one. See ya. Greetings from Thailand. Awesome. I think I have problems cutting through the noise gate there. Let's try one time. Greetings from Brazil. Awesome. Van Halen, sorry, don't know any. That kind of tapping. It's Kirk Hammett, but it's definitely Van Halen inspired. South Korea, how you doing, man? The forbidden riff. I don't know it. Greetings from India. What's up, my man? So I'm speeding up a little bit too much. Let's go back a little bit, practice some more. Sorry, but from Turkey. That's awesome, man. Yeah, we have Fred here. Awesome, man. How are you doing? Arpeggios, here for you. Ruz, thank you so much, man. I messed up the arpeggios there. So you might notice here I'm keeping the thumb here without touching the fretboard a whole lot, or the neck a whole lot, and that's because it basically helps me get a more relaxed playing style where I don't cramp up quite as much. So it's a little bit harder to play fast. It's not something I do when performing, but it's great for practicing. Something that I'm also doing is throwing in almost like random dominant 7 or major triads. And you can do that as long as you get back to the key afterwards. It's, you know, you're gonna get this information from more skilled harmonizers than me as well, but diminished arpeggios or dominant 7 arpeggios are useful for throwing in for color, and you can use them as outside notes or outside chords, and then get back to the tonic, or get back to the key rather. Some shredding, okay. Still trying to warm up, but we can try to. Just for the fun of it, I'm gonna try it. So I'm trying to add an EQ in the chain now. There you have it. Dibanjan, you like my shredding? Thanks, man. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Josh. I'm not very good at doing covers. I messed up. Okay. Let's change practice beat now. Let's see what to. Some metal maybe. Ooh yeah, this is metal from the 80s or something, but it's cool. Great right hand practice. Just gonna sit so you can see me properly. Maybe I can. Ouch. Too much light there, but maybe this is better. One of the. stuff is awesome for warming up the right hand. So, I mean, the sound is a bit muddy for this kind of thing. I dialed in like a fat, ready sound, not a tight rhythm sound. It doesn't really matter, it's just practice. It's very good to keep like a steady flow, 16th notes, whatever, and then try to throw in some variation, because that's going to give you control like nothing else. Good question there, Debanjan. What did I do when shredding? I was using scales as Jonathan suggested, but there's much more to it than that. If you just like learn scales, you're only going to see these dots on the fretboard. So when I'm doing something that's very elaborate, that's like you're seeing a combo of 10 different techniques. So the breakdown is massive of that. But in essence, I'm finding different ways that makes it easier to do string traverse. So if you just try to play that fast, you're going to encounter some problems. You might discover that, hey, if I pick 2 notes and then I can do the other ones via left hand, with the left hand, then it gets easier. So when you see me do something, that's a combination of legato, picking, and legato is hammer-ons or pull-offs. I might also throw in some like a sweep. Sweeping is when you pick in one direction, and all that. So it's basically a culmination of everything I practiced for 20 or 30 years. But it's cool stuff, you know, it still fascinates me. And if you want to learn more of that stuff, I obviously have tons of content here on the channel and elsewhere where you can really get the details of it all. But back to practicing our 16th note rhythm. Bit slower. I messed up. This is a good tempo. Now I'm able to improvise with these 16th note things. I messed up. Fear of the dark? No, I don't. I only know I left alone. Something like that. Thanks so much, man. Good thing when you have a little bit of when you're warmed up, you can start trying to weave in ways to get to the higher spectrum within the riff. That's hard, but you riff and then you do and you get up here and then you try to get back. Okay, man. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to end this session. I have to accommodate my dear followers on Instagram as well. So while I'm somewhat warmed up, I'm going to go and have a little live stream there as well. But it's been amazing speaking to you guys. You've been fantastic in... I don't sing, I wish, or I try to sing, but I'm really crappy at it. You can see my songs on my channel, by the way. But it's more of a barking thing, not really... Don't do that. That's what I'm trying to say. No, sorry, I got off rail there. But it's been awesome playing with you guys, practicing with you guys, and I hope I've been able to teach you something. I'm trying to throw in a little bit helpful tips along the way. But if you put your ass into it, you can do it. That's kind of the lesson of the day there. And I hope to see you next time I go live, and I hope you will honor me and follow me on the channel. That would mean the world. You guys have been the best. I've been KristoferDahl. Have a good one. See ya. Cheers.